Hey guys, All in Crypto here and welcome back ladies and gentlemen for another YouTube video. I hope everybody is having a fantastic week so far despite the market conditions. Guys, this is going to be an interesting video. We're going to cover a number of different topics, but where I want to start is by addressing the overall sentiment of the market right now because I'm noticing an ever increasing presence, and I can understand why, guys. You know, I am here with you. I can see the market selling off. I know perhaps why some people are concerned right now, but there's so many people calling for a bear market, and guys, I just simply do not think that is the case. I actually encourage criticizing comments. If you disagree, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. That's what makes the world such a beautiful place, ladies and gentlemen. If we all thought the same thing and did the same thing, it would be the most boring place ever. I encourage people commenting criticism, and if they disagree, share why you disagree, because that is brilliant. You may have some information that I may see and it may allow me to change my views on things, but right now people just shouting sell your crypto, bear market, I just don't see it, guys. You know, the only reason these people are saying this is due to the severity of Bitcoin's sell-off that it had. Now, we've spoken about why it was so severe. You know, the China FUD, China coming out and essentially banning Bitcoin. Binance sees mainly from Asia, especially over the China FUD banning. This has been a huge sell pressure. The fact that 776,000 positions got liquidated in this sell-off has all contributed to the kind of downtrending market. You know, there are reasons this sell-off has been severe as it has, and people calling for a bear market clearly have not grasped the concepts that the price can go down within a bull market. The same way back in 2017, we had frequent sell-offs, sometimes as harsh as, I think, 43% was one of the most frequent sell-offs, guys, in this bull run. I do still believe, and I'm sticking my neck out on the line here, you can all see me in this screen, I'm attaching my face to this statement, you know, right or wrongly, that we are still in a bull market. And in yesterday's video, guys, we showed you this falling wedge, and we said falling wedges tend to pop to the upside. Somebody had commented saying it's a 50% chance. If you go and look, and we can do it, we'll do it later on in the video, and you go and sort of highlight every falling wedge that you can see forming, and the probability is they break to the upside. The same way a rising wedge typically breaks to the downside. This is just basic charting. This is basic patterns, reversal patterns. I'm not a master TA guy. I'm just a novice, really. But one thing that I am and have been for 4 years is heavily invested in the crypto space and following it exceptionally closely. That includes the charts. With Bitcoin right now, Bitcoin's setting up for a falling wedge, and the dollar's setting up for a rising wedge. Rising wedges typically break to the downside, falling wedges typically break to the upside. So that's going to be very interesting. We know the dollar has direct correlation, but back to people saying we're in a bear market. The real reason they're saying it, and if you want the bear case for Bitcoin, go to Glassnode Insights, the week on chain. They give you weekly updates, and they'll give you a bear case and a bull case, tell you what's bearish, tell you what's bullish. Very interesting, and then maybe you guys can put some of those arguments across to me. We're going to start live streaming because I can't really reply to every comment. I do try and I do read them, but you guys will be able to, you know, criticize, ask me questions on the live stream. I think that's a good way to do things, so that I can answer the questions sort of on air when they come in. But you're not in a bear market, guys, you know, and the same people that are calling for a bear market, telling you to sell your crypto, were the same people that back in this two-wave did the exact same thing. And we're going to talk about this two-wave because you guys know I follow something called the Elliott wave theory, and I think not only Cardano but a large number of other cryptos, including Bitcoin, are following this theory. Go and look at Elliott wave theory, apply it to some of these markets, look on a macro scale, so a weekly time frame, a daily time frame perhaps. They're very easy to map out, and I ultimately believe that you are in your fourth wave pullback. Now, your fourth wave is remarkably similar to your two-wave pullback, the way you've came back to this EMA, which we said you were going to do right up here, guys. We said when the price was up here, you are extremely overextended from your EMA, and you are going to have an equilibrium moment. And we said it would play out in much and such the same way. But Cardano, and if we look at the two-wave, guys, and what you did, you know, you came up, you come back down to this EMA, you came up again in your three-wave, come back down to this EMA before we enter that fifth wave that we reckon is going to be, worst case scenario, the same size as the one wave, which would take you up to around about that $10 price, or mimic something like the third wave. But if we look at when the first wave kind of came to an end, round about the 20th of June. And the two-wave pullback finished around about the 21st of September. So if we look at on this chart on more of a smaller time frame, this is round about the 20th of June, 25th of June, guys, all the way down to the 22nd of September. And what do you have here, guys? You have another rising wedge that you popped out of. You can see rising wedges everywhere. Falling wedges. Always get them confused. It's dyslexic in me trying to come out. Falling wedges everywhere, guys, and they always tend to pop to the upside. And that is exactly, this is where your one wave ended. One wave ending, two wave. And if we go over to today, guys. Okay. You've got your three-way wave ending, fourth wave before you then pop out into your fifth. You know, the kind of, the price has sold off by 50%, which we've given you reasons why it's done that, is not a good enough answer. And people are saying, well, where's the volume coming from? This is crypto. The volume could literally come from Elon Musk tweeting. He's going to the B-Word conference. That's going to be a huge event, by the way, guys. I'm going to be watching it. I'm sure many of you are. If he comes out on Twitter and posts, yeah, Bitcoin's green, Tesla's going to buy again, you watch what the price does. This is crypto. It's very volatile and very easily moved at the moment. So there's a number, that's just one, not that I think that's a good thing largely for the overall crypto space. I would rather Elon wasn't actually involved in it, but it could be anything, any kind of a catalyst. Could be an ETF getting approved, could be a number of things, guys. So I really just wanted to get on here and really start by addressing that. And why am I invested in crypto? Well, here's a couple of articles that explain it very well. This came out today, I believe. Most institutional investors expect to buy digital assets in the future. World Economic Forum, this is an old one that I love to bring up to you because this gives you an idea of the scale that this thing can get to. It's not going to get there overnight, but I do believe that cryptocurrencies, more importantly blockchain, is going to play a crucial role in the world we're moving towards. The same way that the internet back in its inception, and you had the same kind of FUD, the same kind of distaste towards the internet back then that you have for blockchain now, the internet is in everyday usage. World Economic Forum, these are some of the biggest hitters, Larry Fink, Christine Lagarde, etc., etc. World Economic Forum, blockchain could disrupt 867 trillion in traditional markets. I absolutely agree with what they're saying here. There's so much money out there in the crypto space. A measly $1.2 trillion is, exceptionally undervalued considering where this space could get to, in my opinion. So there's lots of things going on. Give this, if you are convinced you're in a bear market, guys, give this a read because there are some points to back that up, why we may be in a bear market. But a bear market cannot simply be defined by one pullback. If this continues for the next couple of months to trend downwards, then yes, you are in a bear market. But I ultimately believe that, you're in a bull market and there can be smaller, like in 2000 and this is 2013, a kind of simplified chart. Can you see the falling wedge there, guys? I've not got anything to draw on here. But you broke out of it here and then you continued. Back in 2013, you had like a 70% drop. 2013 is largely viewed as a bull market, and the 2013 bull market, not a bear market, even though you had that drop that sold off for a sustained period of time. If you could look in hindsight, and people could be missing out, those of you out there, you have to let people make their own decisions. You've got some key support levels here. You can see have acted as support. Some of these are local swing highs, and some of these are kind of where you've wicked down to and found real buying pressure. Bitcoin's got it's net whales at around about 28k, guys. So there's a huge buying floor here. You can't deny that the market is trending downwards, but it's trending downwards until it isn't. And falling wedges are typically the same way rising wedges are reversal patterns, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't a symmetrical triangle. Symmetrical triangles do break 50-50, but usually tend to go with the kind of flow. So super bullish still, guys. And I mean, if people think I'm crazy for saying this, but I'll be wrong until I'm right, essentially. And we don't get everything right on this channel. We could be wrong, but ultimately, and people have an issue with me saying I could be wrong. Anybody could be wrong out there, guys. At the end of the day, I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. This is my opinion. We've been largely right with Cardano getting here today. However, You know, this is a make or break moment really for the crypto space as a whole, and we're going to see how it plays out. For those of you asking me about whether you should or shouldn't buy crypto right now, I can't give you those answers, but what I can tell you is personally, I'm continuing to dollar cost average into my positions, and if any kind of a significant dip occurs on any of the cryptos that I'm in, I will take full advantage of that, because I believe in the longevity of this space. I believe that it is, like I say, going to play a key role in the world that we are moving towards. The ever-increasing surveillance state. Cryptocurrencies are going to help all of that, guys. How do you think they're going to be able to keep... I've been a huge ambassador for cash. I'm not an ambassador for tax, although I do believe you should pay taxes, just not to corrupt governments that spend it however they want, which is most of them, for cash, because cash is largely anonymous. You know, if I could give you a $20 bill, no one would ever know about it. You can't do that in the blockchain. Yes, your wallet identity isn't known, it's just your address essentially. However, it's not long before this gets figured out, and there's already applications out there to kind of work and attach an identity to those addresses. So it's I can see the use, not necessarily from financial and retail, but for governments and stuff like that, to actually use and harness blockchain technology in the same way they harness the internet and servers, etc., etc. So I'm still very bullish on this space, guys, and ultimately, this video is really about addressing the sentiment. I think you're finishing this fourth wave in a extraordinarily similar way to how you finished your two wave of your Elliott wave theory. And this has got me excited, guys. Look at how you come below your EMA, you come down, you come back up to test it, you fall lower before then finally breaking out. So you can see your EMA, you come below it, come back up to test it, come below it. There's so much strength. And if you think about the fact that the majority of Cardano, the vast majority is staked, and people aren't selling it or even moving it, they've just allocated it to their stake pool. It was a small amount of Cardano that was actually sold to cause the price to do this. It wasn't like, people have got this idea and they don't really understand how markets work, and they really work on order books. We are 57.2% down today. 57.2% of Cardano's supply was not sold. That's not how markets work. There was just significantly more of a sell volume than there was a buy volume. This can be manipulated, etc., etc. So I don't think you've got anything to worry about. And I know people are worried, guys. I've been in crypto for 4 years. I've witnessed some of the most horrific drops, whether that was back in May 2020 or whether that was going into 2018 for some altcoins. This still is waking up and seeing your portfolio sell off isn't great. But remember when the price was skyrocketing, how great you felt. You've got to take the good with the bad, ladies and gentlemen. And ultimately, one thing that the crypto space has shown us is it's the hodlers that win out in the long run. I was reading an article about if you'd bought Cardano 2 years ago, how much money you would have now, and it's just insane, guys. People that hold and invest in this technology for the long run are usually the people that do the best out of it. So that's really all I have for you in this video, guys. Bit of a long one. I just thought it would really, I'm seeing enough signs to suggest that the crypto space is doing just fine. And when you look at the kind of onslaught of attacks that it's received and where it is still, I mean, come on, there's not many assets out there that could survive an onslaught like that, really, is there? Especially not an asset that's just so new to birth. And the fact that there is a correlated and coordinated attack on the crypto space, on Bitcoin, gives me even more confidence in investing, because why are these individuals trying to shake the little guys, people like me and you? Somebody commented as well saying that, I was just trying to pump the price of Cardano so that I could dump my bags. I wish I had that much influence. Unfortunately, I don't. Not yet. Maybe the day will come. But I wouldn't do that, guys. The reason that my face is in the bottom right of the screen is because I'm attached to it. I'm putting my neck on the line, saying these many crypto YouTubers out there don't show their face. Understandable. But we're brave enough to do so. So that's all I have for you in this video, guys. I'm going to love and leave you on that note. I hope you found this content entertaining. Hope everybody's doing too well, guys. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's enjoying their week and going to continue to do so. So that's all I have for you in this video, guys. Watch this breakout if it comes. Happy days. If it goes lower, then we will definitely address the situation. It got a bit hairy earlier, but you can see there is a buyback from this sort of descending support. We'll see what happens, guys. I'm going to love and leave you on that note, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoyed the content, like is always appreciated. So is a comment, and I'll see you all in the next YouTube video, guys. Thanks a lot for watching.